Hey, welcome to Women in 10. I'm Shonna Dorsey here with my co-host,
Jenae.
Awesome. And this is our first official episode. We are joined by Coffey today.
Hello, hello.
And just excited to visit with you, to have more people learn about you and hear what you're all about. So before we get started, I'll set a few ground rules. Number one is this show is all about the amazing women we know. That's right. So Jenae and I will just invite people we know. We'll also ask our guests who else we should be talking to. So there's that. And it's 10 minutes max. We don't edit. I don't know how to. And I'm super cheap. And so that's kind of the deal.
Chit chat uncut.
Chit chat uncut. That's what we should rename this to.
I love it.
Done.
I love it. Dangerous, but
right.
I love it.
Right.
So anyway, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So can you tell us a bit about you, who you are, what you do, that sort of thing?
Yeah. Coffey. I am the project director for the Omaha Youth WIOA program. It is called Youth Employment and Training. And we work with young people up to the age of 24 who are experiencing some barriers in their life on getting them into employment and training activities.
Mm-hmm. And WIOA, for those of y'all who don't work in federal funding stuff, is the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act. I feel super excited about remembering what that acronym stands for.
And a solid mouthful of words all at the same time.
Yes.
Bravo.
That has been around for a hot
minute. Yeah.
Youth Employment and Training.
Perfect.
Simple, and it says it.
Love it. And you know exactly what it is.
Exactly.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I'm sorry, Jenae, please.
Oh, yeah. So tell me what you're working on and what you're really excited about right now.
What am I working on? Just working on helping develop the team and help reach all of those young people that we can in the Omaha area. And it's exciting to do it. This is the first time I've been in a leadership role like this. And so it's been really neat to watch the team grow and be able to support them in ways that they need it, to offer the redirection if needed, but also offer that encouragement and find that good balance. And so I would say that that's the most exciting thing right now, is watching them grow.
That's so awesome. So you said this is your first leadership role like this. So
It is.
Tell us a little bit about your journey. We have so much time. Tell us your...
Oh, I don't think you guys have that much time. So I started in the social services, human services realm when I was probably 19 or 20. And I was still in college. And I, just by chance, got a job at a group home in Fremont, where I was going to college, as their farm coordinator. And I think that I was hired for the sole reason that I grew up on a farm and I had been around cattle. 'Cause it was 4-H based and I had no idea what was going on. But it was a lot of fun, and I eventually moved up and became an assistant house parent after the summer was over. And then I moved on to a full-time house parent. Moved to Omaha after graduation and started with the Department of Health and Human Services in their Children and Family Services unit. And I was there until 2019, so about 14 years. I was with them working with kids and families, and the last 4 or 5 years that I was there, I was working with young adults who were 19 to 21 and aged out of foster care, and so watching them grow and watching them learn and become self-sufficient. 2019, I took a job at MCC as the Opportunity Youth Community Liaison, and it was great because it got me out of my comfort zone. It got me meeting so many different wonderful people in the community. That's how I met you, Shonna, was through that job, and just the connections that were made. And then the opportunity for this role came up, and it was exciting. And so that's kind of where I started and where I came from. Like I said, I kind of just fell into it. Mm-hmm. So started and really liked it.
Yeah, and you just kept going with it, and you know what, I'm just going to keep looking for the next opportunity.
Exactly.
We're very much like that, so we get it.
Yeah, and it's hard to leave the previous position because you enjoy what you do and stuff, but it is about growing and enhancing yourself. So yeah.
I'm a firm believer that to call in great you have to leave good behind.
Yes.
And that's scary.
Yeah, it is very scary. Yes. Yes.
I like that. You're doing great work though. So Dawn and I have a couple of things I want to share. She did beat me at Sorry multiple times recently.
It was Candyland.
Candyland? I have been saying sorry to everyone, and it's Candy. Okay,
It was
right.
Candyland because you are the only person above the. No, you might be the only person that I have won against because normally I am just getting beat left and right by 4, 5, and 6-year-olds.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was proud of that.
Takes meeting with a 43-year-old to be like, okay, here's what we got, right? But on a more serious but also fun and awesome note, so back when I was at Mutual of Omaha, Dawn partnered with me on this project we were running at Omaha South High to help kids who were Omaha South High students, but in tech classes, partner up. They kind of paired up, worked on teams to build like a website based on a topic they were interested in, and just, you know, served as a mentor. And it was super helpful to have you there and just a great experience. And I know for sure one of those students ended up working for one of the sponsoring companies, which is fantastic and always the outcome I'm after. So
That is great. They did such a wonderful job, and it was amazing to be a part of that. I am not a tech person at all. I just don't know anything about it. And so to hear from the other people that were on the panel and then see what these young people were doing I was like, wow, it blew me away.
It was so awesome. And yeah, Dawn is like me where she's like, I don't really know anything about tech, but I'll jump in and help out. So like, why not? You were great.
Yeah.
So we appreciated having you there.
I'm the person that they're like, well, have you tried pressing the power button? I'm like, oh, that's the issue. So sorry
Clear
about
my cache
that.
and cookies.
Yep.
Cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
How about did you say that this is your first leadership role?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so tell me, what is one thing that you've learned about yourself in this process?
Oh my goodness. Just one thing. So I have learned, I think, that the way I am feeling and the way that I present myself day to day has a direct effect on my team and how they perceive stuff. And so if I'm super, super, super stressed out and there's a lot going on, they feel that. And, you know, if you look tired and stuff, like they feel that. And so I try to stay positive, as, you know, you have days where it's just like, but try to stay positive as much as possible. And yeah, that's how your emotions generate throughout and they trickle down.
That's so true, especially in a leadership role when you have people that you're coaching and mentoring daily. They're like watching everything, right? And it does impact them. So that's super insightful. Leaders out there, just take note that your teams are watching.
They are.
And it does impact them. That's so true.
Yep.
So,
all right. So we're going to turn this over to the light part of Women in 10. I had to look up there. I'm like, what's this called again? Women in 10. And we're going to pick a card. Actually, you should pick the card.
I should pick the card.
Yeah.
All righty. What's the best TV series we've ever watched together?
Okay, so these are dating cards. So just pretend like, what's the best TV series you've watched?
What's the best TV series you've ever watched?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, answer. Please let us know.
Oh,
What
for
is
me?
it? Yeah.
I am a history person.
Okay.
And there's a couple of them, but they're like documentaries, but also action things, like acting on Netflix. And so there's one for Rome and there's one for like the Ottoman Empire. And I love it because you watch it and it has the action of like 300 or Troy or something like that. But then you have all of these historians and professors and, you know, PhDs coming on saying, this is X, Y, and Z that happened, and give a little bit more explanation. And I'm hooked. I'm constantly looking for more of them. So And Vanderpump Rules.
Yes.
It's one extreme or the other.
That's awesome. Oh, we're out. So thanks for sharing. It's been great having you here.
Thank you so much for having me.